on my way to Nashville for a couple of days. Sarah Adams, her book, Beg, Borrow, or Steal, is coming out, and so I got tickets to her tour. It's at the Nashville Public Library. I'm very, very excited about it. I got the book from NetGalley a couple months early, so I've honestly read it more than once already. I'm very excited about it. It's very cute. And the main character likes to wear her cowboy boots, so I brought my cowboy boots with me, which is especially exciting. But I'm going up a day early so that I can meet up with a few friends. So my friend Kate, who's another book girly, we're going to get together. I was supposed to have Vengeance by V.E. Schwab finished before I got there to see her. I don't think it's going to happen, but I did get the audiobook, so I can get at least 2.5 more hours into it before I see her. But we'll see how it goes. And then I'm going to get together with my friends Rachel and Meg. Rachel is who does all of my tattoos. The worst thing about winter is the fact that people can't see my tattoos. Therefore, they don't know that I'm a cool girl with a whole sleeve, which is devastating. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just going to drive for a few hours. I'm really excited about this book event. This is the first author event I've ever gone to. And I'm going to see Sarah Adams this month, and I'm going to see B.K. Borison in New York next month. So I'm really making this the year of book events. Last year, I went to my first midnight release party for Emily Henry's book, Funny Story, and that was the first midnight release party I'd ever been to. So I'm excited to go to more of these. I have a few more authors that I genuinely would love to see that hopefully I'll get to, but I am excited about these two. Sarah Adams' books are just so cozy. They make me feel warm inside, and I have all of her books on my Kindle, and so anytime that I'm I feel a reading slump coming on, or I'm traveling and I finish the book that I specifically downloaded to read on that trip, and I'm like, what should I read next? I end up circling right back to her books because they just feel so nice and cozy, and I love it so much. I'm gonna turn on my audiobook. We're gonna drive, and it's gonna be great.
Paul had his chin resting on the window frame, sniffing the air on the fire escape while she worked.
It's so easy. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Well, how are you?
It was so
gosh.
I just love your parents' house, first of all.
It's all my mom.
So fun.
Every time someone sees my parents' house, they go, oh, you make so much more
I was like,
country mom.
Yeah.
Is what I gather. I bought all of my tickets for whenever I go in February.
it's such a good thing to go do on Valentine's Day.
I know. It is legitimately going to be the best Valentine's Day of my life.
I'm so excited to read that book.
The bar isn't very high, but
Tuesday.
after this, it will be very high.
Oh, yeah. Imagine you're dating someone in 2026 and you're like, you have a lot of work to do.
And then the mac and cheese.
Also right there.
Yeah, we both got it.
Yeah!
I was like, originally when I finished Vengeful, I was so angry.
I know, I saw it and I was like, I gotta go, otherwise this'll.
I know. I was thinking of you, and I had this whole big review, and because I was so mad.
I was like, I need you to hold until I'm done.
And then I erased it, and I made it one short line. And I was like, I can't do that.
I'm hitting a few thrift stores just because Nashville is usually a decent place to thrift. And also, since I'm going to New York next month, I have fixated on the idea of a fun coat. So I just want to look, because I'm not letting myself buy a coat, but if I can thrift a coat, that's acceptable to me. So we're going to hit a couple. I think I only have an hour before a lot of them close, maybe an hour and a half. So I'm going to try and hit a couple. We'll see.
I like the length of this leather jacket. Do I need to spend so many dollars now? Am I probably gonna think about it later? Yes. Yes, I am. It's such a vibe. It's a fun vibe. Somebody's playing in the coffee shop. That was a really beautiful 4 seconds of me having a matcha before I dumped the whole thing. That's so disappointing. Oh no. I feel like if I went back in there and told him what happened, he would make me another one, which would be a delight, but I don't think I'm going to. It's really satisfying though, because I haven't been to this coffee shop. This is Highbrow in Franklin, and I usually end up here every time I come and visit my friend Rachel. But it's been months since the last time I was up here, and the guy remembered my name. It was so delightful. We had a lovely conversation about social handles and names and all that jazz, and then he made me a lovely matcha, which tasted great, and I dumped the whole thing. It's okay. I need to go back and eat lunch, and everything will be better, even though I am out of matcha.
Made it to downtown Nashville. I'm like right across the street from the Ryman, but my event tonight is at the public library. But I need food first, so I got some drunken noodle. So far, my time in Nashville has been great. It snowed today. It is so cold outside. I'm freezing. I had bangs for 11 years, and I swear to God, always having something in front of my forehead has ruined me, because now when it's cold, I feel like I have a brain freeze the whole time, because my forehead is so cold. It's freezing. I don't really know what to do about that. I'm like walking around with my hat down like that. I look ridiculous, but my forehead is just in pain. This music is really loud. I'm not sure how good this is gonna be. I'm gonna be super honest with you. I'm already disappointed in this. I got coffee with my friend earlier today, the friend that I stay with while I'm up here. We got coffee, and it was a really good conversation. We talked a lot about like growing up, and like your trauma in your formative years, and how that impacts the way that you relate with people later in your life. And she said some like very affirming things to me that I really needed someone other than me to say to me, which was great. And then I'm working on finishing Vengeful. I tried to have it finished before I got here, but that just did not happen. And I've been alternating between the audiobook and the physical book, and that's been fun. I've never done that before. The first book was crazy. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm a little bit scared because my friend Kate did not like how this book ended, and she's waiting for me, and now I'm like worried about what is gonna happen. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm disappointed in this. Or at least it's warm. This is warm food. That's the main reason why I didn't do tacos. I guess I can put in my headphones and listen to my book while I attempt to finish this. Got my little scooters. So cute. Scooters kind of scare me. And being on any wheeled item in a city also scares me. It's a while since I've been in Nashville at night, for more than just like walking out of Bridgestone Arena. It says 2 minutes. Better be right, because I'm freezing. I found it. How cute is that?
So actually on my last tour, anytime I got asked this question, for the elevator pitch, I told everybody, I'd be like, it's about a fae prince who lives in an ice castle.
Yeah, an OG. That's like Love Light Farms. I have the original cover on it, and I like the weight of the book. Yeah. The weight of the book I like better. It's hefty. I like it. It flops.
Last year when she got published, she was like, oh, I'm gonna pre-publish these with you. And I was like, wait, I have them.
Okay, so it's the next day, And that event last night with Sarah Adams was so much fun. That was my first book event I've really ever been to. And it was so cute and girly pop. Literally, I got in line, I made friends with 2 older women. They like saved my place in line while I went to go get my parking validated, and they were super sweet. One of them was there because it was their birthday. That was like part of their like birthday weekend. And then I made friends with another girl who's Venezuelan, and we talked all about Sarah Adams. And then the girl who sat next to me, her name was Meg. So the 3 of us all sat together and became friends and yapped the whole time about our favorite books, what we like about Sarah, what other books we're looking forward to this year. And there's just something so special about a room full of women who are excited about something. I just love women so much. And it was real fun because like Sarah came on, and Claire Gilmore was the author who was like the interviewer. Both so sweet. And Sarah with her cute little haircut, she's adorable. I love her so much. And she just like talked about her book, her process, what it was like writing. It's like being an author. And then everybody got to ask questions. And it was so funny because people were asking so many questions, but they all were asking her questions that are like, y'all, you know she's not going to be able to answer this. Like, she's not telling us what is going to be in her next book or if these characters are going to have kids. Like, she's not going to tell us that. So I asked her the question of like what book when she was a kid like really grabbed her. And I thought that was a fun question. I like that because like several of my favorite authors have put in children's books into their books kind of as Easter eggs. So like Ashley Poston did this in a novel love story. She uses Inkheart, which like that's one of my favorite books. So I was really excited. And then Emily Henry, The Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil Frankweiler is mentioned in 2 of her books. So like that's a book that she must have loved as a kid. Like I love those little Easter eggs. And so Sarah said A Wrinkle in Time, Pride and Prejudice, and there was one more, but I'm forgetting it. She was so sweet. And then after the like talking portion, we then got to go get our book signed and like personalized. And I wore my fun boots. Let me get them. I didn't give you all a taste of what I was wearing yesterday, but I wore these because the main character in her book, Emily, wears cowboy boots in the summer. And if you read the book, you'll find out why. But I was like, I have to wear these boots, even though it was freezing and it was so hard to style them because typically I'm like cute boots, short skirt person, but it was way too cold for that. There's no way I was gonna be able to pull that off. And so I like showed her my boots and I have a video.
Because I literally drew that exact print and everything was so loud.
When I remember I was telling you, I was like, oh my gosh, trying to figure out how to style these boots when I'm freezing. Because normally it's like short skirt boots.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is
Thank you. Thanks for finding a way to style it.
Shout out to the Pernissus Books person who was taking everybody's photos for shooting that video for me. It was so cute and so fun. And she got such a kick out of it and it made me so happy. It was sweet. And then I just like went down to the parking garage with all the girls and we all exchanged Instagrams and split our separate ways. And it was so precious and I loved it. But it's the next day. It is 10:30 Central. I need to drive home at some point. I wanted to get an earlier start, but girl, I just woke up so tired. So it took me a while and then the Wi-Fi at my friend's house went out. So I was like, I'm gonna go back to the coffee shop and get a matcha to redeem my experience from yesterday, do a little bit of work, make sure that clients are all satisfied and nobody's like banging down my proverbial door to get something from me. And then I'm gonna try and drive home mid-afternoon so that I can beat the big like traffic times. But this was such a lovely weekend in Nashville. It snowed and I made friends and I got a cute little book out of it, which it's somewhere in my back seat in a bag with my other books, so otherwise I would show you, but it's so much fun. I'm so excited about it. It was such a good weekend.
That looks delicious.
It's quite good. It's a very green morning.
Okay, so this morning I have a little bit of work I need to get done before I drive the 2.5 hours back home. Mostly I'm working on a project for one of my clients has an event coming up in February and they needed a bunch of print stuff for it, but a lot of stuff has been on hold because either we were waiting on approvals from the person at the top or we needed logos from their sponsors, and we finally got all of them, which is very exciting. So I finally have everything I need, so I need to go through, make a list, make sure that I know what the heck's going on, because I'm in a minimum of 3 to 5 chains, email threads. So we're gonna figure it out, we're gonna do some work, and then we're gonna go home. It's gonna be great. What'd you get, homie? Quiche. Very nice. Lovely to see you. It's been so long. It's been a total of an hour. She's the level of cozy I want to be. Like cozy and whimsical. The obvious person to approve it. Yeah. They should put it on the menu as Rachel approved.
Yeah.
You should pitch that.
True approved.
True approved.
Ew.
We can design you a little stamp and everything. Love you too. Have fun with your tattoos. Bye. I'm so sleepy. I hope I'm gonna be able to like stay fully awake to go home. I'm exhausted. What?